Hi everyone, my name is Mo Dele. I'm an attorney, digital product creator, and a community builder. Today we're going to be talking about how to get comfortable with selling.
The first thing I'm going to say is I don't like to sell, but I have to sell stuff, right? I have to sell my services. I have to sell things to people all the time. So why I wanted to give you that background is for you to understand the fact that everybody that you see that is a good salesperson or you think that they know how to sell, a lot of people started from being clueless, right? And then just looking for how to, figure it out. But this is the first thing I'm going to say. You need to fix your mindset. You cannot sell if you think selling is a bad thing. Think about the last thing you bought. Let's just use a common example, maybe data. You ran out of data and you're like, oh, I need internet connection because I'm home and I'm self-isolating and all of that. You actually picked up your phone, swiped your credit card or your debit card or whatever, and you paid for the data. The reason why you paid for it is because it was offering you a particular value, right? And it's value that you've used before, you understand it. So you just go and you just pay for it because you understand what the value is. What you need to think about is that selling is not evil. What is happening here is an exchange of value, right? So if you're giving somebody your time and then they are giving you their money, you're not doing anything evil. What is happening there is an exchange of value. You are giving out a product, you are giving out a service, you are giving out your time, you are giving out your intellectual property in exchange for money. One thing that makes people really, really uncomfortable with selling is because of the money that is involved. When your rent is due, your landlord is not going to feel uncomfortable to collect his or her rent from you. So whether you like it or not, whether you're selling to people, people are selling to you. Understand the fact that you yourself, you are also a consumer of products and services. Then you begin to understand that, okay, we all are in this same game. But if you've not fixed your mindset about selling, what's going to happen is you are only going to be on the other end where other people are selling to you and you are never selling to other people. The reason why you want to even make money is because you are going to spend it on other things, right? You want to probably get a better car. Somebody is getting that value. You probably want to go on a vacation. The travel agents, the hotel, they are all people who you are giving money to. So why do you feel comfortable giving other people money and you don't feel comfortable collecting money from other people? Doesn't make no sense, right? So you need to actually understand the fact that whether you are actively participating in this buying and selling industry, you have to get comfortable with having to exchange value for money. So the next thing is the V word. You need to focus on that value. So basically, when you think of selling, you're not just selling something abstract to people. The truth is, it's easier to sell a good product than a bad product. But I want you to actually focus on that, and I'll explain why. If your product is excellent, right, you don't need to do too much hard selling. You don't need to sell to the extent that you feel like you're a sleazy salesperson. So when you are creating your product or your service, one of the things you need to do is focus on the value of that product. Create something that you would buy. If you're not going to buy it, then let's not put it out there. So make sure you create something that you yourself would spend your money on. Like you'll be able to convince yourself and be like, I'm going to absolutely buy that thing. If you don't get to that point where you feel like this is something you'll spend your money on, then explain to me why anybody else should spend their money on that. Value is basically something that helps somebody to actually solve a problem or prevent a problem. And solve a problem could just be, for instance, Netflix solves your problem of boredom. Uber solves your problem of trying to get cheap and affordable transportation. So when you think about it that way, you need to create something that actually says it would do what it would do. Now, the reason is because if you do otherwise, it will backfire. So no matter how popular you are, no matter how much marketing you do, no matter how much you sell to people, when people buy your product, if it doesn't work, if it's substandard, if it doesn't give value, they will come out and say this does not give any value, and that is the end of your business even before it starts. So one of the things that you need to understand is your value actually sells itself. So when you are creating your service, make sure you are the first customer, right? So make sure you create something where you're like, you know what, I'm absolutely going to spend my money on this thing. If you don't get to that point with that product, then I would say you need to go back and make sure that you get to that point.
Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you.